Welcome to edsguitarlessons.com. Hey, I've got a request for how to load the Zoom G5 software that allows you to control the effects and patches and amp simulators from the computer. And so I'm going to go through it step by step. I'll try to get through this quick so it's not a very long video, okay? So basically you type in Zoom, you can Google it, so just type in Zoom, www.zoom.co.jp, and this screen will come up if you Google it, and then you click on that. And then it brings you to the Zoom web page that looks like this, Zoom Sound Laboratory. Okay, and then you go to Downloads. There's some of the pedals showing up. Then you go to Zoom Software, and right here, then you go to the G5 or whatever unit you're trying to get the software for. And what we're looking to get is the edit software, edit and share. This is a means by which you can communicate with the G5 pedal, the Zoom G5 pedal, through your computer in a visual way. And then basically what you do is you go down here and you have two options, either Windows or Macintosh, and you download it. Okay, I've already downloaded it, and so there's another thing called Zoom ZFX Tools. I haven't done that. It looks like some kind of recording software. I might do a video on that later. Okay, but I've already done this, so I would download it. Once you download it, then you're going to have to use some kind of zip program like WinZip, and WinRAR, WinZip, and then so when you download it, it's going to download it to a file or a folder somewhere. Make sure you take note of the name of the file and where it's downloaded, because you have to go back in there into a window like this, and that's it right there. It's called Edit and Share. That's the one I just downloaded today. Edit and Share Windows, okay? And that's because once you go in there, then you have to go in there and extract it into another folder. So then you got to figure out where you want to do that at. Either you create a folder in your download file and or on your desktop. I recommend that, and then you can move it later. So when you extract it, then you got it now extracted to a folder that you created on your desktop, and I did mine in temporary, and there it is, share and edit. And then when you extract it into that folder, you can go into the folder, open it up, and it has an Edit and Share 5.0 Setup EXE, and that's you start that and click on that, and that's what starts the actual install of the program. So it's a couple of steps. If you've done this kind of stuff before, it's easy. If you haven't, that's why I went through the detail of telling you how that works. Okay, once you get it loaded, then it starts up. Then it walks you through the whole process, and I think it's very easy. It was actually easier, definitely easier than Line 6's, and I think it was easier than Fender's Fuse software, which is similar. It's similar type software. Okay, I really like it. It was very easy to install. But what will install on your window is on your desktop is a Zoom Edit and Share icon like that. Let's see if I can zoom into that. No, I zoomed in too much. Sorry, I'm trying to go quick, and yeah, I guess you can see it, right? No, so let me back out. I'm sorry. Looks like that right there. It's like a sideways E, and that is the program. Okay. So once you get it installed, you'll know you did it right if you see that slanted E, and underneath it says Zoom Edit and Share. You double click on it, it starts to open up. I'm going to have to turn on my device over here. And I'm turning on my G3 at the same time. My G5, excuse me. I got so many different kinds of pedals. And then the window opens up. It's the zoom, edit, and share. You see nothing in it at this particular time because the device itself is not plugged into my computer yet. You use a typical USB with a D shape that goes into the unit, and this goes into the computer. This goes into the G5. This goes into the computer, the USB. So I'm going to connect the D-shaped USB into my G5, and then I'm going to plug it into my USB. And I just plugged it in, and you'll start seeing some activity going on. See the little circle like it's thinking there. Okay. And it's asking me if I want to do my firmware, and this is exactly how you would do a firmware update for your G5 is by plugging it into your computer, and they're nice enough to give you an actual link there that links you right to their site, and you're able to download new firmware. I haven't done that yet. I'm not going to do it now because it would take a while. So I hit close. I didn't want to download that, but now what you're seeing is basically the all the different patches and so on that are on my G5. Okay, so it's kind of a color version. You can access the same information on the G5, but this is a way to do it from your computer. It probably is a little bit faster. And you would use it in the case of you wanted to set up certain patches 1, 2, and 3 for rock, 4, 5, and 6 for country, different kinds of gigs that you're doing, or however you wanted to configure all your patches. Okay, and if you can see here, it's numbered all the way up to 1 to 99 times 3. So it looks like 297 basic patches that are inside the Zoom G5. Okay. And so you can access them quickly and easily from here. Say you wanted to go to this particular patch, you just click on it, and you can see that it turns on that patch, and it turns it on in the G5, and you see a visual representation of it up here. Okay, this happens to be a Hendrix patch. There's his fuzz face that Hendrix liked to use. Pedal VX, okay, and the Vibe, which he also liked to use, and a Marshall amp, MS Crunch, under Crunch settings. And so you have here, very quick access. You can turn any one of the dials, whether it's speed, depth, bass, by just using your mouse and turning it one way or the other, and you can turn it on or off. And I imagine you can move them here some way, somehow. Yes, there's a store button way over here. Can you see that? I hope you can, but up here there's a store button. So you can basically now, if I access that and I wanted to store it, I'm sure a window would show up where I can store it too. I'm just letting you know. The same thing you can do on the G5, you can do here on the screen. This is my favorite patch area, is patch number 1, bank number 1, 1, 2, and 3. That's where I have my favorite patches. I have a VX combo amp, and these delays, Hall reverbs, graphic equalizer, compression, and of course there's more. And if you look over here to the right, you'll see an arrow that you can scroll through, just like you can on the using your foot switches on the G5. You can do it here with your mouse. And then it gets you over to the volume boost that I got set up there on the G5. There's only one bank available left to add something, and that's this bank here, and it says through. And it's just basically saying, this is connected to this, is connected to this, and this one's going through, but it's an open slot, so you can put something in there. Okay? And so that's how you would access that. If you put your arrow over here, your cursor, and arrow pops up, so you can scroll back this way and see what you had. There's actually a blank spot over here also. So you can have blank spots intermittently anywhere you want. So you can add and remove any of these on the fly here. I don't want to fool with any of these because I just don't. Okay, sorry. Let's go to this one. So this particular device, or it's Bank 47-1, it says spinner, has a rotary closet on there and a Fender type amp. I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Okay, let's see if I can get up to where I want it to go. You can see this. Man, where's it at? I'm trying to do this with my bad hand, or from a reverse direction. Okay, so let's do this kind of right here. Okay, I'm zoomed in there to the actual effects that are in play right now. And if you can see right here, there's my cursor, and if I move my cursor up slightly, you can see that it'll change right here. You can see it change to, it looks like a loop, it looks like an arrow pointing in one direction, and then underneath it an arrow pointing to the other direction. But the physical characteristics of the cursor changes, and when you do that and you click, what it does, it opens up the effects page, so that in Stompbox page, so that it's and of course it highlights the one that you have here that we're looking at. But if you wanted to change it to something else, you know, it would change it to that particular kind of Stompbox. Okay, so you can change, move them in and out, and so on. But what's interesting that I wanted you to see is in this, see, it's a regular cursor, changes to that one that looks like a circular thing, like a rotary. Now I'll probably have to zoom out. So excuse me, let me see what you can see, because I want to make sure you can tell what's going on. Okay, so I'm zooming back out. Okay, and then we're going to kind of zoom in here. Okay, look at all the different devices there is. I mean, that's, if you notice, there's a slider here, and I'm just going to slide. I'll start at one end. I'm all the way to the right. You can see all these pedals: wahs, volume, crybabies, all that. Then it got all these things, and I'm going to slowly go to the left, and you can see, I mean, there's quite a bit. I mean, there's delays, different types of delays, phasers, modulation, ring modulation, mono pitch. I mean, there is just a ton of different types of stomp boxes that you can add. You know, and I'm not even halfway across yet. And then it starts getting into the amp heads itself, amp simulators. You got everything from PV looking things to Raven looking things to Marshalls to an orange simulator, high watt stack, all kinds of different amp simulators. And I'm sure you know that amp simulators have really gotten better over the years, where they really sound, they make your solid state amps sound very tubish. So you got US Blues amp, that's a Fender Tweed, you know. You got the Vox amps here. And then the Fender amps over here. They got two different Fender amps, okay. Looks like a deluxe reverb, and I'm not sure what the other one above it is, but we're not done. I mean, look, I mean, there's tons of stuff. There's the fuzz face and tone, gain, high gain. There's Octavias in here, you know, to do octaves, a lot of compressors and stuff. So you can see that they really made it look nice and colorful and real, if you will. Now see, I'll just add something here. So I select a type. I go in here, I can add this compressor, I can add whatever I want, okay? So I'm going to add a hull, now let's just add a pitch delay, okay? So now a pitch delay is in the signal chain, and you can add up to 9 things, 10 including the pedal, because the pedal has the ability to, as I showed in other videos, the pedal actually can go left and right. Besides up and down, it pivots left and right, and you can get different tones out of that. So there's really quite a variety of things that you can do with this this software. It's very good, very intuitive, and very easy to install and use. It has a thing here on this side here. It's called Zoom Online, Whether I have it hooked up right or I got to sign in or something to that effect, I don't know. I tried getting on earlier, and you might have to sign up for it, or I might not be installed correctly. But it looks like it's similar to both Line 6 and Fender has a sound community where you can go in and pull other patches that people have done off the internet, that and you can also leave some that maybe you designed using, you know, all the myriad of combinations that you can come up with. Evidently, I'm either not signed in right. This is still new to me. I have never used this before, but if I find out any information, I'll put it online. And to simply go back to where we were off the internet, you click on this guy to user area, and then we're back to where we were. And so let me go to one. Let's go to this one. Just because it's something I don't use. And say I wanted to, we're going to try storing it, okay? So there is a store button over here, and it's patch level here. I guess you can turn it up or down. And I'm going to hit, I say I want to store this somewhere. Let's see what happens, because I've never used this. So it's similar to what you can do on the actual G5 screen. You can save that patch, and then you can select what patch you want to save it to. Very similar, so that makes it nice. It's not confusing. It's like a whole new set of instructions. This is what you can do right on the G5 without a computer. So you just say, this is where it is, this is where I want it to go. Easy as pie. So they make that easy, okay? And it looks like you can toggle here on this switch to have all 297 patches viewed, or you can go over here and you can do it more in a sorted way, where you can look at it in a linear up and down way. This says radar. That would be interesting to find. This is all your patches, and I'm not sure what it's exactly saying, other than maybe it's how it pans out. I'm not sure. That'd be interesting to find out, but it looks like some good information, and it could be the way that it oh, it is. It has to do with how it is what the frequency is, you know, of a particular patch, what frequencies that it is carrying for each patch. Because on this side it says scoop, compression, drive, and air and effects. So it's telling you how much is blended in a graphic view, which is kind of cool. Over here you got one more button, and looks like you can copy, clear, import, export, rename. So you can rename it. Say you made your own patch, you want to rename it, then go ahead and do that. So very nice. I would think also that if you wanted to rename it and maybe save it into a folder, I would imagine you can save new patches that you've created on the GX or the G5, or there's probably a way that you can save it in your computer. So if you want, if you're using all 297 patches and you didn't want to add it, you know, you can probably save it somewhere else. I'm guessing on that. Up here you have file, import, export, copy, rename, clear, device, display, which is the same thing as we looked at the little quick buttons, and there's a help menu. It shows you the version and it shows you the manual, which is nice. So that's very nice, where it'll pop up the manual so that you can read about it. I'm really liking the G5, and this software is really a nice addition to it. As you've seen on their website, there's more that you can download. But anyway, I hope this was helpful, that it helps you to at least know what it has before you purchase it, that maybe this is what you're looking for. Something that has a ton of stomp boxes, ton of amp simulators and wahs and so on, and also some really cool sounds, because I'm already really liking the tones that you can get off this thing. So anyway, this is edsguitarlessons.com, And I hope you enjoyed the little video demo on how to install the G5 software, edit and share. And hope you come back, leave some comments so I know if you like it or not. So anyway, have a great day, God bless, and we'll see you next time around.